What's going on, everybody? Haha. So, yeah, I just got off work not too long ago and decided to come down to the river walk again. I love it here, y'all. It's just like my sanctuary in a sense, being by the water. I love it. And I also want to let you guys know why I haven't been doing readings. I've been getting a lot more hours at work, which is, a blessing. You know, it's a real blessing to get the hours I need to pay my bills. And so, in between working and trying to not deplete myself and get my energy back up to where it needs to be, as far as, doing readings on the channels, I love to do 100%. Like, I love to do a reading when I'm feeling like 100%. But a lot of times I can do it from 80% and on. I feel way lower than 80% right now just because of the work that I'm doing. And then my focus is also on the stars. So I got a new video about to release here shortly, and it's a humdinger. It's gonna, really make people trip out. Like, what's wrong with D? No, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm trying to show y'all the truth about what is going on in Hollywood and our politics. So, just take it or leave it. But I'm showing it, and I just feel like it's a huge move for me. Me and Preem had already did a bunch of them. We even got a private series to where it's a lot of examples. But um, we've gone on since then. Well, I have, and seen many, many more. So yeah, it just doesn't stop because they do it night and day with the trickery and the deception from, wearing masks and becoming politicians. These are our celebrities and our entertainers, the best of the best. And so when you got someone up there with prosthetics on, you're not even looking to see if that's a real person. That wouldn't even question your mind to say, that person isn't real. No, he's in a mask, and it's a Hollywood celebrity in a mask. A lot of times they try to show you their face so you have some sense of familiarity with who's talking to you subconsciously. Other times they make it difficult to see. Like some of the examples I'm gonna show y'all is a mix between the two. Some are easy and some are, well, to me, and some are harder to see. But the whole thing is you want to watch the interviews. Don't just look at the pictures I'm showing you. It might not do you justice, but if you go ahead and watch the interviews of the celebrity and the interviews of the characters they're playing in the news. So once I show you them, watch both the interview of the actors. They do a lot of nighttime interviews on different talk shows, and then you know then do the same thing for whatever the news story is that I'm showing you. Because if it's a news story, some of them are news stories, some are just politicians, and I'm showing you who they are. So take it or leave it. You don't have to believe me. I'm not asking for anybody's belief. I'm not asking for anybody to follow me. I'm not asking for anybody to, like, give me, some kind of, it's just basically, I'm not worried about anybody's opinion or their belief. That's where I want to go with it. I'm not caring about that because your opinion and your belief, you just can't see it. I can see it. God gave me the spiritual eyes to see right through their mask and see who that is. If I watch their, like, movies, I've seen all their mannerisms in their movies. They're all up in the character they're playing. Either they're sometimes it's hard because they'll change their voice because the, like, prosthetic teeth they gave them for that character changes their mouth, or they'll use an accent, or they can even use voice modulation depending on the story. So you got to be mindful that this is deep. It's super deep, and I'm showing y'all something you would never imagine in a million years. But it's my duty to do it. And spirit is with me 100%. My ancestors, I'm breaking generational curses by sharing what I'm sharing with y'all. And anybody who is made wiser by it, because it's time, y'all. It's just time for us to wake up as a people. We've been saying wake up for over 20 years now, and people have no idea what that means. That means stop being deceived. Start seeing things for what they really are. Stop taking things at face value. Stop thinking you know everything, because we know nothing. Everything we think we know is fiction. I'm telling you, y'all, like we getting played. And so, I'm not telling you to stop watching celebrities or none of that. I still watch celebrities. I still listen to the music because I got to a place where I was mad, y'all. I was so mad. A lot of my rhymes from 2020 on, before Cream passed, was all about the disgusting celebrities and this sort of thing. I was like going in. And so, and talking about our influence by them. And so, yeah, it's just been a journey. And then when Preem passed, I realized I needed the music from back in the day when my mom would be cleaning and she had on Anita Baker and, all these soul singers. And then, the 90s had a lot of good jams. And I grew up with that. So I would be doing myself a disservice to not take that for my healing and use it. Music is very healing. And I don't really listen to a lot of knucklehead stuff. I like grown folks music, soul music, R&B music, Mary J, Keisha Cole, it's a lot of beautiful soul. Um, I can't think of his name, but they say, this is for love. This is for the lover in you. Uh, Starts with Hewitt. I can't think of his first name. Harold Hewitt. I think that's it. But yo, that song, oh my goodness, I love that joint. But that's just what it is, man. I try to do things and be mindful, but I have to go past where I've been for quite some time. I've been sitting on it and sitting on it and sitting on it, kind of waiting for a time to strike with it. And this is the time, y'all. If I'm going to do it, I got to do it now. I'm going to show you the truth, whether you think it is or you can think I'm crazy or whatever you want to think. I'm showing you how things are done around the world the same way. Ooh, I just thought of another one I got to put in there. So prepare yourselves. This video is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be funny, I think, but at the same time, it's true. What I'm showing you is very true. That's what they do. They dress up in all kinds of TV shows that we're watching, and they'll play somebody new who's got a new designer, all kinds of stuff they do, man. I'm telling y'all, we are getting played on so many fronts. They can put anybody in front of us that's a celebrity in a mask, and we don't know the difference. And that's, us believing in, you know, certain people for us to vote for. Yeah, keep on believing if y'all want to. I'm just telling you, we are getting played by Hollywood politics. And so I'm just going to keep on coming with it. But yeah, I'll be back to doing tarot when my energy is right, But this is what I want to focus on now. And this is basically, you know, it's my destiny to do so. I learned it. I found out, me and Freem found out. We were blown away. And so now I got to share it with the world. I can't keep that hidden. I can't keep that a secret. It's too big. Like, more people need to know so they're not influenced. They're not, duped or deceived. This is what this is about. releasing from deception. And that's what needs to be done, y'all. We need to release from deception, stand in the truth, know the truth. First, you got to learn and know the truth. Then you got to stand on it. That's not as easy as you think because you got everybody going against what you're saying. How tough is your skin? Like, I will go against anybody because I know, and there'll be short responses because I'm not going to go back and forth with someone who is using the narrative of what was given to us and nothing outside of that, just what we learned in school and this, and the other. Yeah, that's not somebody who's even looked outside of a lot of different things in all our institutions. And yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all. And a lot of people did research from 10,010 to 10,020, and it's completely changed from what it was from 10,010 to what you can find on there in 2024. Everything has changed. They deleted a lot of accounts. And so that's what I'm saying. If something happens with my channel, y'all, and I lose the channel, then you can find me at DSDivineTarot411 at gmail.com. And like I said, I'm giving private readings right now. I've been getting a few in. I've been getting ring sales. So if you want a ring from me, they're on sale right now for the summer. And they are 10 for one, 8 for two. So $18 for two rings. And um, private readings. So I'm doing them for $25 for the summertime. So if you want a reading, please get at me, y'all. So, you know, that'll help me if I can help you, and it's a win-win. But yeah, I'm working a lot, y'all. So it's just getting my ducks in the row with a lot of things. I got some new projects I'm thinking about starting on the sense of big things. Like, we'll see. But yeah, I just want to fill y'all in on what's going on with me pretty much. I'm doing well. I'm getting more and more used to being in my car. I got my places I like to go and hang out and sleep. And, you know, I ain't never slept on my back before. I've been doing a lot of that. Usually sleep on my stomach. But yeah, so it's a beautiful, beautiful life, y'all. The moon is beautiful right now. I don't know if y'all can see it. Probably can't see it. Because it's so small on my phone. Everything is small when I take a picture of it, or except for when I'm close up in the camera or something. But yeah, I think that's about it, y'all. Like, these stars are something else. And the whole thing is, you got to remember, these are prosthetics. Some of them are mass prosthetics, and then they do other makeup on top of it, and some of them are really, really like hard to tell who that person is. But at the same time, once you listen to their interviews, listen to their voices. That helped me a lot of times when it was somebody I knew was familiar, but I couldn't quite get them. It's their voice that gave it away, or it's their accent, or something about them, their mannerisms that give it away. Because I watched all the movies. I came up being a movie watcher, like, and hip hop. I was one of the deepest people in underground hip hop and all kinds of hip hop. Like, I love the New York stuff, but I like the Atlanta stuff. So yeah, it was quite something. But now I just listen to, like I said, pretty much R&B, soul music. Now I can listen to some rap, but it just got to be the right stuff, like the hip hop that I like. But yeah, I hardly listen to that anymore unless it's on the radio and it's the next song or something. A lot of times I find myself turning the radio down, depending on who it is. But yeah, I'm just rambling right now. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, y'all. I love y'all. Just wanted to, you see how sweaty I am. It's kind of muggy out here. And I worked all day too, so it's just like wanted to fill y'all in on what's going on with me. I'm doing well. I'm moving forward. I I got some exciting things coming for the channel. And yeah, that's it. And like I said, if you want a private reading from me, they're just $25 right now. So please reach out, thesdivinetarot411@gmail.com, and then you can email me, and basically we'll talk about your sizes, what kind of ring you want, copper, silver plated copper, or like the black. I do black plated copper, but just keep in mind, y'all, copper um, is plated in the silver and in the black, so it will start to come off the more you wet it, and then it patina, so it'll leave some marks around your finger. So you just want to watch how much get it wet, and even when you sweat in your hand, it'll patina. So just keep that in mind. But the ring should last you quite some time. But yeah, I'm just thankful for y'all. And the rings, like I said, they're $10 now and 8 for 2. So they're great gifts too. I love my rings. I'm the ring king. And so yeah, I just keep moving it forward in a lot of ways, y'all. And I'm not gonna stop. I'm very progressive. I would like to be a difference maker. I feel like there hasn't been much progress and change in anything, and that really helps us since I've been born, y'all. All the presidents since now, they haven't done anything for us, y'all. I don't know why we think it's gonna be something different this time. It's the same things, round and round the wheel. Here we go again, because they're acting. They're giving us stories behind the politics. It's scripted, just like West Wing. That's what we got for our government. We don't realize they are acting. They even call them acts. I'm telling you, y'all. And they call themselves actors, lawyers, president. They're acting. And we're seeing it as, no, he's the acting, presiding. No, they're acting. I'm sorry, y'all. I wouldn't have believed it if it wasn't for all the examples I started finding. I found all of my favorites, every single body, all of my favorite actors, newer actors. I'm telling you, y'all, I found a lot. And they're all over the place. A lot of them are even YouTube sensations. And, ooh, I just thought of another one I'm going to add. Yeah, so we just got to understand, y'all, things are not what we think they are. They're just not. We've been sleep at slumber. We can't see the forest for the trees at all. And I aim to help those who want to with the truth, and they can see it with their own eyes. I'm not trying to do black magic on you or anything. Just watch it and see if it's something you can agree with. You think that's something that they would do, because this is all about control, keeping things the way they want them, keeping things the way they have been shaping them for all these eons of years. This ain't new. They've been doing this forever. And so, they got the power from the Egyptians, and then they took it, ran with it, and then they got even like the sky and the calendar, and us down here on the ground, they got it all like mapped out. They did it. They created out of God's template in the sky. It's God's way of how it's like God's spirit, God's clock in the sky. It's a sky clock, but they're using it as a template, like for how they create everything, movies, sports teams, all of it is tied to the sky. Cars. Did y'all know they had an Orion car? I show y'all that on my channel, on one of those Orion videos. Yeah, in the 80s, they had an Orion car. I'm telling you, y'all, everything can be learned really simply by just giving yourself the time to just watch, some of the videos on my channel. they're in the community tab. And so I'm sharing a lot of truth with y'all with how the stars work and how they relate to the celebrities. I've done one on rappers. I've done one on the biggest rappers too. I've done one on, and there's some mind blowing bonus features in those. I did one on mythical creatures and superstition isn't the way. I've done um, Bruce Lee, Game of Death, and that's a big one that I show you in that one because Bruce isn't dead. It's mind blowing to see my favorite of everybody still alive, and I show you who he is now. And so I know y'all, it's a lot to take in. The simple way I say things could be devastating for someone. Yeah, Bruce Lee is still alive, and I show you who he is on my Bruce Lee video. It's in the community tab. And so I'm not trying to like fabricate anything and try to come up with uh, some kind of scheme. I don't care about fame. I don't care about, you know, being a celebrity, especially if you got to do what they do and deceive on the back end so they can keep getting more shows or new TV roles or movie roles. No, because every time that I catch one in a news story, they got something new, product or new uh, performance or movie. Yeah, that's the payment. Deception with your favorite actor, movie, or entertainer. That's what they do on the back end. Yeah, they give us a lot of their beautiful talents and abilities, but that doesn't excuse them for what they're doing on the flip side. And that's where I meant to go earlier when I was talking about it. You know, I couldn't let go of my mom's music, the music that I love, especially when Preem died. We used to sing a lot of songs, you know, soul songs and stuff like that together. And I couldn't let it go. We let it all go at one point, but I realized since she passed, I can't hold on to that negative anger. And I was so mad, y'all. Like finding out about our celebrities and what they do, I was just livid. And so it came out in my music, and yeah, uh, I forgive them. I'm not holding on to that. I didn't do anything wrong. They did. So even though they're not lying, it's not like they're lying, but it's deception through acting. So they're acting, making us believe all kinds of things, and we believe it. You know what I mean? We believe it, so therefore we are fooled. And that's what they do. They fool us, get us to believe all kinds of things. And this is our news. This is, you know, all around the globe, all the time. Our holidays are that, you know, the sky template. And so it's about to get real deep. I'm about to keep going deeper and deeper and showing you all sides of it. And then I'll take back some of the old stuff that we showed you that is in the basics of learning how the sky works. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. Once you can see they're using that spiritual will, God's clock, and they made tarot cards out of it. And we decoded all the tarot cards, all the major arcanas already on the channel, showing you who they are in the sky. That's the constellation, the planets, the moon or the sun. Yeah, all of it. We did the devil. We did the fool's card, which is Orion. So we show you why. You see, the fool has that dog with him. So does Orion. He has Sirius. That's a man's best friend. Orion's known as the man. He's known as a hunter, a king, a god. He can be anything. And so all these superstars, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, you name it, most of them are emulating either Orion, they could be Pisces, they could be Cetus. It's definitely Cetus for soccer because he has a big foot. And that's what I meant to tell you on the last video, is that the reason why I say Sasquatch or Bigfoot is Cetus is because he has a big foot in the constellation. Look them up. Look up Cetus, and you'll see it has a big foot. So all this time we've been looking for a hairy man when that's Pisces with claws and sharp teeth. Yeah, that's Pisces. So the combination of those two constellations make Bigfoot or Sasquatch. So this is what I'm trying to teach y'all and show y'all. Like, I've done a car video. I did logo. So it's a video that I did on the channel. It's called something about the logos. And I show you all the cars, all the restaurants, you know, all of it, logos and sports teams and all of this. It's a template from the sky. And I show you a bunch of cars. I show you who is the maker of that car. Some of them they just tell you, like Mercury, but other ones is like Maserati, that's Neptune. So some of them are planets, some of them are constellations, just depends. But it's slick because logos is the word of God. When I looked that up and I seen that, I was like, man. And then I look around at all the logos at all the restaurants and I'm just pointing them out. Oh, that's Cetus and Pisces. Oh my God, that's Taurus. Oh goodness. Those are the golden arches, which are the arches of how the sun moves in the sky. And so we gotta understand, y'all. Like, I show you all of this. And I got other videos like the moon. Like I show you in two different videos, um, sports videos. One is about Chicago Bulls, um, the Bears, and something else. It's been a while since I watched it, but in that I show you how baseball is actually talking about the moon. It's another one I did where all sports is Cetus and Pisces pretty much. And so the moon in baseball, that's what they're throwing. They're throwing the moon. And that is the thread on the ball. That is like the cycle of the moon. So basically, when you're at home plate, you hit the ball, and then you go to first base. Well, first base is where the new moon starts coming up, like it looks like it's coming up from the horizon in the west, and then it travels in the west all the way up from new moon, and it gets to like a quarter moon, half moon, and then it keeps on going, and then it gets down to the east. Now mind you, I've told y'all before that all the planets, all the zodiacs, the sun and the moon, they all rise in the east and set in the west, and then they go under the underground and then they come up. Well, the moon, it's like 12 days slower in its cycle. And so it's like, it looks like it's moonwalking backwards. And so it does, like, it goes from the west to the east. And when it's in the east, that's when it becomes full. It's a full moon. And then from there, even in the hours, it's going to start to dip below the horizon in the east instead of the west. And so Michael Jackson's, all his videos do that with him walking into the video to where he winds up is usually east to west. Smooth Criminal, I showed you that in the Michael Jackson video. And so he's playing Orion. His hat is Auriga. And so, yeah. So the moon from the east is going to go under the horizon. So it's 100%. It's going to go down to 99%. Then it's going to go 98 all the way down. And so it's moving minute after minute, hour after hour. And it moves a little bit more. And it moves up just like the constellations, just like the sun when it becomes noon, right? That's what all the planets and all the zodiacs are doing. And so then it'll get to home plate. And that starts the whole new moon cycle again. Because when it go to first base, that's the moon, new moon. Then you get a quarter moon, then you get a half moon or a 3/4 moon, and it just keeps going until it gets full. And once it crosses over where noontime is, And at midnight, at 12 or whatever, if it's in the middle, at the top, just like the sun does, it's going to cross over. And so when it crosses over into the east, now it's going to go back down in the horizon. So that's the only thing that I've seen that does that is the moon, where it travels from west to east and goes under the horizon and comes back up. And then the moon actually is still going east to west. So the moon is amazing. Yeah, y'all. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all about this template. It's everything, because a woman could be the moon, a woman could be Venus. In any story, any book, that's just what it is. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful template that God made, because it's the sky clock. It's the way things work in the sky. We used to care about the stars, and now we care about the celebrities more than the stars. But like I said, we are the real superstars. We are the real stars. And so this is my aim, is to show you that you matter, that you're more than what they say you are. You're more than what they give us. We're more than what they like promote to us, and we're none the wiser. Yeah, it's a lot of cool products and things and luxuries you can have, but on the backside of all of it, they're keeping us right where they want us to be. And mentally, physically, and spiritually, a lot of people check out just knowing a fictional world. I'm leaving here knowing exactly how they did what they did and what they do, and I'm standing on the truth, and will go against anyone who is the opposite of the truth. I have to. But like I said, it'll be a short exchange. I don't have time to argue with anybody. I just say, continue believing what you believe. I'm not trying to change you, and I'm not. But at the same time, I'm showing y'all the truth, the real God's honest truth. You can take it or leave it. It's the real God's honest truth. But everything I got, everything I am, I would not lie to you. I have no reason to do it. I'm very open about myself and what I do. You know, some things are private, but all in all, I am very open, and I will tell you what's going on with me, and I would never lie to you about something this big. You think I came up with that idea? No, me and Preem figured it out. We were already on crisis actors. There's crisis actors in different news stories too, and they'll keep on using them, recycling them in different news stories. We're like, that's such and such again. Yeah, and then they'll use dead actors or entertainers and bring them back as someone else. Like, to me, Kobe Bryant, that's David Goggins. He came back as a YouTube personality selling books and, all of this. I feel like that's Kobe Bryant. I'm going to put him in the video too. But all in all, it's just that kind of thing, y'all. Like, we got to realize, like, nothing is what we think it is. This is about growing estates and cashing them out, in a sense. I don't even really think they really care about the money, because it's keeping us busy thinking about being a billionaire or a millionaire or whatever. Yo, they make things so fanciful. You know how good God is to give us this information and to free our minds? That's how I feel. It's just a beautiful gift to not weigh it in money, not weigh it in anything but the truth. And I didn't know how beautiful the truth could be. I didn't know how freeing it was. It's really freeing, and it releases you from all the things that you used to believe in and think, and all these superstitions, all this kind of stuff. No, there's no need for it. It all is templated in the sky. And once you see your superstition that you thought in the sky, you're going to be like, man, I can't believe I was scared of that. Yeah. And that's what it is, y'all. It's time to grow up, learn what is. Stop taking people's word for things and then going off and running like we're part of the story or we were there. That's the thing, y'all. Everything they give us, we're not there. They can tell us anything. And they got Hollywood behind them, and they got the best makeup artists in the world. They are amazing actors. So you think they're not going to use the actors and entertainers to deceive us? I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Like, we got to understand everything that is going on is meant to happen. Everything here in every country, they got certain themes for each country of who's going to be doing what over centuries. They got a plan. So they think about things way ahead and then they execute. They always execute their plan. And as long as you know it's a deception behind what is being shown, that's the key. So you're not falling for it. You're not trying to be a part of it. You just realize, okay, here's another one. Here's another story. That's all it is stories, y'all. They're getting us with stories, playing on our heartstrings, getting us to believe in things that are, you know, devastating in a sense. Like when they keep repeating the racist cops shooting the kids, the black boys, the white cop shooting the black boy. Yo, those are all acted out. If it's a major news story, it's being acted out. I'm not saying that doesn't happen in real life. Of course it does. There's all kinds of police brutality and shit. I just was called a nigger by this old man in the library last week. And I was looking the reason for it, the reason why he said this to me. Now, mind you, I don't get upset by that because I know that's not me. And like I said, we're spiritual superstars, and that's how I see myself. But I did put him in check in the sense of I was like, oh, so I was looking for like an outlet and I couldn't find it. So it was a bunch of desks, and then the outlet is usually on the left. But I remember checking one time and I didn't see it. I was like, why don't this one have one? But I was checking to see if that was that same area. And he said to me, yeah, there's an outlet there, you dumb nigger. I was like, what? I couldn't I couldn't believe it at first. I was like, why would you I didn't say like I wasn't in shock. I was just more like I was reserved, and I was like, "Why would you say that to me?" Of all things to say, why are you mad at me? You having a bad day? Like, why would you say that? And he just was staring at me. I was like, I could put you on camera right now and record you, or I can go over to the cop inside the library. I'm in the library, and he called me a nigger. So it's that sort of thing, y'all. you know, I'm very internally strong, so things can't bother me that might be sensitive to someone else. I'm very internally strong. I've learned to like have thick skin and all of that. So I'm not worried about anybody's opinion or belief. Bring it on. It'll be a short exchange, I promise you, because I'm not going back and forth with someone who doesn't know or doesn't want to know. They're not teachable, so they just knock it out your hand and not and dismiss it. Yeah, that's someone who doesn't want to learn. That's someone who's not teachable. And go right ahead. It's still things to learn here, y'all. And we haven't figured in anything out since I've been born. God gave this to me and Preem because we studied, we researched, we did other videos before this, before the stuff we're doing now with the stars. We did a lot of stuff with the law before that. And those are videos too on Facebook, on our Truth, Love, and Natural Law channel. So yeah, I'm everywhere, dude. I've done so many things. I was a dance teacher. I'm thinking about going back to teaching dance again. So y'all my soul family. I usually don't tell my business, but a lot of stuff is in the works. It's possible for me, becoming a vendor, a lot of things are possible. So I just got to decide what I want to do next. I got the online store, starsnearme.com, and the website. So I need the time to chill and be able to, focus on one thing or two things, but work in between. I only work 4 days and got 3 days off, so I got the weekend off, so I'm really gonna enjoy that. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, possibly. But yeah, y'all, I'm just giving all I got, um, taking it one step at a time. I'm doing better and better every day with letting go of Preem in that situation. I just feel like I'm where I need to be to get ready for a new relationship, and